Sam, a very good evening to you. And like we've been saying, this was not unexpected since Monday. We saw the writing on the wall. We knew after Herman Mashaba that we were most likely to hear from Mmusi Maimane. We just didn't know when. So I suppose the question now is, what now for the DA and what now for the likes of Mmusi Maimane, Herman Mashaba and Athol Trollip? Are we likely to see a new political party on the horizon?
Well, I don't know about a new political party, but people are saying there are signs. People are saying there are backroom discussions on this particular issue. But what we do know is the DA, as effective from today, about 10-15 minutes ago, is leaderless. So I'm going to bring in Solly Malatsi, the spokesperson of the DA, to ask him of the different scenarios where the party leader resigns and the national chairperson resigns, who then assumes leadership of the party.
So that will be the discussion of an urgent federal executive that's taking place tomorrow morning, because there's a constitutional vacuum. Because the way the constitution was framed without anticipating that there will be a scenario where the leader and the federal chairperson resign, because in the current dispensation, where the federal leader steps down, the federal chairperson steps in. So the discussion that will take place tomorrow will be guided by the legal opinion that we'll be getting internally to follow the process that we need in terms of having an interim leader until we go to the early Congress.
When you look at the emotions of Mmusi Maimane, Athol Trollip, Helen Zille, there's seemingly no love loss between Athol Trollip is with Mmusi Maimane. They seemingly have no love for Helen Zille. Mmusi Maimane going as far as to saying it seemingly looks like the DA is no longer the vehicle to effect meaningful change in the country. A party which he has led for the past, 7 years? What does that mean?
Look, I wouldn't delve into reading body language because I'm no expert in that regard. But I would delve into the substance of their content. And all three of them spoke about mutual respect that they have for each other and how they've had to work together. And even in the federal executive meeting that we had, Samkelo, let's be realistic here. In politics, there are internal opponents on issues sometimes, and people don't often see eye to eye on specific issues. But elected leaders, when they're elected, they try their utmost best to work together at all times. They've worked together in the past for the success of the organization, and even today, it's a big moment. So you can imagine the emotional impact on all of us in the organization, that the tone in that press conference will be that way. It's not an easy decision. There was strong efforts from the individuals in the room, including from Helen Zille, to persuade both Athol Trollip and Mmusi Maimane to at least stay until Congress. We have to respect the magnitude of the moment. It's not an easy decision at all, and that affects people's body language.
Mr. Malatsi, to ask you a frank and direct question, are we seeing a split in the Democratic Alliance?
No. There was no indication of a split. There was no hint of a split. At this stage, where we are right now at Bruma, there is no split.
What's the way forward on the issue of the Johannesburg mayorship with Councillor Herman Mashaba?
So, in terms of the engagements with the mayor, there will be an engagement with the mayor because there is a constitutional imperative in the party that we need to follow when a member has expressed the intention to resign. So the party leadership will be engaging Herman Mashaba on that front, and there will be an update post the federal executive engagement that will be taking place tomorrow. So
effectively you are saying, because his expressed desire to leave, he has terminated his membership of the DA and can no longer stay on until the 27th of November as the mayor of Johannesburg?
That is not what I'm saying. That is what you are saying. I'm saying to you that in terms of the Constitution, there is a process. When an individual makes a declaration about their intention to leave the party, there is a constitutional provision in the organization that the party would need to write to the individual in the interest of the Audi Alteram Partem principle so that they can then do that. That is the process that the party will take in the interest of the rules of natural justice that is envisioned in the position. Joburg still has a mayor. That mayor is Herman Mashaba today and will be the mayor tomorrow.
So effectively, that issue of until the 27th of November that he has asked for until the DA finds a replacement has not yet been finalized.
What will happen is that tomorrow, right, the party will engage with Herman Mashaba or begin a process of engaging with Herman Mashaba about what the requirements are in the Constitution when there is such a development. That exchange is an exchange that has a life on its own. So you can't determine how short or how long it will take. But ultimately, the outcome of that decision will then guide the duration of the mayor's remaining term.
What did you make of Athol Trollip's resignation?
Well, look, you mean personally or as the spokesperson?
As a spokesperson, you can add your personal views. I'd love them.
It's difficult to lose colleagues. It's very difficult, my brother. It's difficult moment in the organization to see two senior leaders that one has worked with, that one has respected and continues to respect. And for many of us, it may have not sunk in as yet. It's a difficult moment. There's no doubt about that. And that's what leadership comes with. Leadership comes with dealing with responses to difficult moments and managing those moments. So the party said to see both Athol and Mmusi stepping down from their positions. It is a difficult time, and even personally so. We've lost colleagues who have been assets to the organization.
Will you be also following them with a resignation?
What a joke, no.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solimalatsi. He says he's not tendering in his resignation, but it's a very difficult time for the Democratic Alliance, outlining the processes that took place for Mmusi Maimane and Athol Trollip to resign as leaders. National chairperson Athol, leader of the DA, Mmusi Maimane, stepping down in their respective positions.
Okay, so it's not, I suppose, known as D-Day, Samkele, but Z-Day or Z-Week, the week that Helen Zille came back in full force.